Hi everyone, welcome to Woman Empowerment Series with me Farisha, and today we have a special guest with us for our Woman Empowerment Series, and it's Niney Chong. Hi Niney, how are you?
Hi Farisha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good myself. I think that NCO have been treating me well. I guess staying at home has been quite good for me so far. I think it's fair to say that.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, and first and foremost, I would like to thank you for being in Woman Empowerment Series. So, Woman
My
Empowerment
pleasure.
Series is where I gather all the amazing and inspiring ladies in Malaysia from all walks of life. And thank you so much for being in Women Empowerment Series.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the invitation.
Okay, so Nini, can you tell us more about yourself?
Yes, my name is Niney Chong. I am a mother of two, a
Mm-hmm,
wife. I am also a community builder,
mm-hmm,
right? I run a few businesses,
mm-hmm,
and that's what I do. So currently, I am working on a new venture, which is
mm-hmm,
called Ministry of Marketing Asia. What Ministry of Marketing Asia does is it does um, marketing, but niche to social impact initiative as a marketing and profitable strategy in the business world right now,
mm-hmm.
especially in the digital marketing realm. Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me more about Ministry of Marketing?
Okay. So Ministry of Marketing Asia is a brand under a company that I have been running since 2008.
Mm-hmm,
The mother company is Bayu
mm-hmm,
PLC. And so I realized that as I am involved with community building or women empowerment work or the women empowerment in business work, right? Um, I see that or I feel that my passion in women empowerment is really strong, or in entrepreneurship development is really strong.
mm-hmm,
And what I have been doing is that I have been contributing to the community, and I saw how it has been um, impacting my business in a positive way. So I realized that
mm-hmm,
community building, community contribution is a great marketing tool,
mm-hmm.
because there are just so many companies that's doing it. So let's take in Malaysia, Petronas,
Mm-hmm.
for example, right?
Yeah.
So we've always known Petronas as the giant in oil and gas industry.
Mm-hmm.
And many would say that, oh, banyak pollution lah, like that. But if you realize, right, when the time counts, especially during festivities,
Mm-hmm.
we could see the kind of advertisement or the kind of communication that Petronas has put out over the years is very community centric. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
if you tengok banyak advertisement Hari Raya ke Chinese New Year ke from Petronas is
Yeah.
very
It's
heartwarming.
touching.
Kan?
Yeah. I love the Hari Raya
Touching.
advertisement because you can relate. Yeah.
Yes, right. So if the community would claim that Petronas do not care, we cannot claim that, because through their communication to the public, to mass media or the mainstream media, is that they do care. They do understand what the community is about. That's why they are able to come out with that powerful content, right? Or let's move on to Procter and Gamble, for example. So Procter and Gamble
PNG. Yeah.
is FMCG products, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they use a lot and a lot of packaging, which could cause damage to the environment. So we know this as consumer, we know this, but they have moved to a social impact initiative where they are now using recyclable packaging. So that is a great initiative. So
Mm-hmm.
they answer to what the problem is in the community, in the environment, and in the
Mm-hmm.
world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what social impact initiative is about. So
Mm-hmm.
what I have been doing as a community builder is
Mm-hmm.
I think that whatever that I have been contributing, or however that I have been communicating out to the public, right, does give the leverage in terms of credibility,
Mm.
right? So that what I am about, how I am contributing to the community, it just
Mm-hmm.
creates brand awareness for
Yep.
myself, personal brand awareness, my company's brand awareness. And if the consumer knows that I am about the community, it will create brand loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, social impact initiative as a marketing tool is a sustainable marketing strategy.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, that's really interesting, and I learned something new today. Yeah, and thank you for sharing with
Yay.
me more insight on your business. Okay, and moving on to the next question: how can we encourage more women to step up and reach their fullest potential?
Okay, so that is a very interesting question, right? Because it may be different from each woman. Because
Yes.
you know what we are about, or what's our purpose in life, or how do we define success is very different from woman to woman,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that there are so many ambitious women out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that there are just so many goal-driven women out there, and many feel that I think I'm stuck. I'm not getting to where I am wanting to get to right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that
Yeah.
well, I've always had this thing in in my journey
Mm-hmm.
where when I'm having a down day lah katakan,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
How to boost my confidence up, how to boost my energy up is through contributing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel that you contributing, a woman, right? When I say you, a woman contributing to the community is a way for you to actually showcase what you are about and
Mm-hmm.
what kind of credibility that you have.
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
for example, right, I shared with you earlier that I co-founded Mompreneur Asia together
Mm-hmm.
with Aisha Sinclair.
Mm-hmm.
So I created Mompreneur Asia together with Aisha Sinclair and 5 other founding members.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just 2 weeks after I relocated back to Kuala Lumpur. So I moved back to Kuala Lumpur on the 2nd of February, exactly 2nd of February 2018. And we had our first meeting on the 28th of February 2018, and we had our launch 2 weeks after that. So that has been really, really helpful for where I am at that time. Because as I come, talk to Aisha, I said that, I'm coming back to KL. There's so much that I need to learn about the business landscape again in KL, in Malaysia, right? Although Sabah and Sarawak also is part of Malaysia, but what's the bigger game here in the capital,
Yeah.
right? So rather than me learning by myself, I
Mm-hmm.
think that it's awesome to get women together, like you said also earlier, get your tribe together. Let's
Yes.
learn this together. Let's grow together, right? So that has been a great platform, not only for myself, but for the other women.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess what I am trying to say is, as you are trying to find your voice, um, it helps if you contribute, because as you are contributing, you will get to learn about yourself,
Yes.
being a
Mm-hmm.
leader. You
Yeah.
will get to learn about the community. And I guess
Mm-hmm.
pushing our way forward, whether it is in corporate or in business, is always
Mm-hmm.
solving what kind of solution that the community needs, right? And through contribution, we get to learn what the community is really about. And when we are doing impactful activities, and when we are giving solutions to the communities, I'm sure that is a showcase of credibility. It's like LinkedIn, you know,
Yeah.
how kita
Yes.
mengarang banyak-banyak to put in
Uh,
LinkedIn. So
yeah.
imagine that your contribution work is a live showcase of what what you are really about, and what kind of credibility you can bring into the table. So
Mm.
I think pushing women forward, women need to take a look at this, right? Women need to take a look at how can I contribute to the business world. Let's say they are in business, or if they're in oil and gas, how can I contribute to the oil and gas industry? If they're in
Mm-hmm.
learning, how can I contribute to the learning industry?
Mm.
Yes, many people will say, tapi kerja tu free, tak kena bayar apa-apa. So imagine this, right? If you are doing any project at all, AMP punya budget is about
Mm.
30 to 30%.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are doing this work, your 30% tu is just your sweat equity, your sweat punya modal, your focus punya modal, right? Your effort punya modal, your time punya modal. So what is that in comparison to 20 to 30% worth of money? So we
Mm-hmm.
just convert this into currency lah, into your personal AMP, or your company's AMP, right? But
Yeah.
doing good for the community at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And giving back. Yeah. And I think it's important to give back, Nini. So by giving back also, that is how we grow.
Yeah, and another way, I guess, also for women to be successful, right? I guess is to take the sole ownership that I am responsible to where I want to be in the future.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, and I do feel that 100% is us, you know, because I
Yeah.
know that many would think that, okay, 50% is me, the other
Yeah.
50% is environment, policy, or opportunity, or
Mm.
all that, because
Yeah.
we've seen so many successful gurus, right, or
Yeah.
successful KOLs
Mm.
who didn't see it that way. It is
Mm-hmm.
about
Yeah.
what can I do more today so that I get to where I want to get to. Because if
Mm-hmm.
my brain is focusing on what's not working right now, what I am not being where I want to be right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where to focus on that, then
Yeah.
that will expand. But if I focus on, how can I move forward? What
Mm-hmm.
kind of better solution that I could provide right now?
Yeah.
Then there will be more solution coming. There are more strategies coming. So I guess, focus on the positive side, focus on the
Exactly.
solution side,
Yeah.
focus on the
Solution.
strategy side lah. Mhm. Yeah. And, saying that, right, I don't think so. It's probably true for people, or at least maybe that kind of action would sometimes have their own backlash or backfire.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess when I say, being responsible, also
Mm-hmm.
being aware that if I am doing something, if I were to stand up and communicate my stand that would not be agreeable to most of the people in the room, in the conference at that time, so I need to be responsible of what I am choosing, because maybe what I'm saying tu bukan semua orang boleh terima kan, bukan semua
Yeah.
orang would agree with me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, and there's things that kecam, hashtag
Yeah.
saya dikecam, or hashtag you don't agree with me, right? So
Yeah.
that is,
Like you can't please everybody. Yeah.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
So that is a form of
Mm.
responsibility,
Yeah.
accepting that if I were to move towards where I want to be, I need to say this out. And if I
Exactly.
were to
Yeah.
say this out,
Mm-hmm.
that not many people would agree with me. And being okay with that, and still focusing on the solution, still focusing on, paying the prices lah kan. I'm
Yeah.
responsible. I
Yeah.
choose to do this, and there are prices that comes with it, and I am responsible, and I'll pay it lah kan. Macam tu.
Yeah.
So that is another way forward as well for women, I think.
Yeah, and I
Not
totally
only
agree with
women,
you,
men pun
Nini.
sama, I think,
Yeah, it's the
sama.
same. It's the same for men and women. And I absolutely agree with you, Nini. And it's like the quote. It's like, I am the master of my destiny. I sail my ship. So let's say kalau my ship go left, I go left. My ship go right, I go right. So we are the nahoda of our ship. So we are the captain of our ship. So it depends on where we want to sail to our destination. Yeah. So
Definitely.
so we are responsible for our life and where we want to be, and it applies to both men and women.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think that strategies or, putting out solutions,
Mm-hmm.
um, or giving back to the community
Mm-hmm.
is gender blind,
Yeah.
kan? Because it doesn't mean that I'm a man or I'm a woman, barulah I boleh buat. So let's say lah, katakan, pergi perang. Pergi perang, and so it's war time right now,
Yeah.
kan? So
Mm.
there's just so many things
Uh-huh.
that women are taught, or we are conditioned in a way that, well, you are weaker than men in terms of strength. Therefore, there
Yeah.
are things that you cannot do. But
Mm.
if you look at the whole thing as an equation, right? It doesn't mean that you have strength saja then you can contribute to the war, right?
Mm.
There are other ways that you could contribute in, right? So I'm just saying that naturally, as men and women, or as women and women, or men to men, right? We
Yeah.
all have our strengths and weaknesses.
We
And
all
I
have our
guess,
strength. We have our weaknesses.
and that is how we leverage off each other. So
Mm-hmm.
I just feel that it's
Mm-hmm.
strategies or techniques, or how
Yeah.
can we move forward. It doesn't depend on gender.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at gender equality, lah, having us
Yeah.
leverage off each other.
Yeah, and I truly support you on that as well, because that is how we complement each other as well, men and women. So it's actually a team. It's a teamwork. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, I do see it that way.
Mm. Okay, and for the next question, how important is partnership and collaboration in growing a business?
Wow. Okay. So this is awesome, right? I think that partnership and collaboration doesn't only happen in business.
Mm-hmm.
I think that partnership and collaboration should be a lifestyle, because back to what we were talking about just
Yeah.
now, that all of us have our own strengths and weaknesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in a business, because your question is about a business, right?
Yeah.
So probably um, that each business tu memang, by default ada dia punya own strength and weakness, right?
Yeah.
So we have a choice whether or not to focus on our weakness or focus on our strength, right? So if we were to put our business on paper, having that SWOT analysis thing, right? So we know exactly what's our weakness. So we can focus on developing that weakness, okay? Wasting all that time, or the resources on, building our weakness,
Mm.
or focus on what we are good at and find a partner to complement what are our weaknesses, right? So I think that there are so many companies out there who would be, who would have the strength, but it's our weakness. And
Yeah.
I do feel that that is a way for us to complement with each other lah. So let's take, for example, okay, I would speak about the project that I am working on right now,
Mm-hmm.
under the umbrella of Mompreneur Asia. So we
Okay.
are collaborating with the Celebpets. So the Celebpets are 7 celebrities coming together. So the name Celebpets is actually Celeb Pet Project, actually. So last year, it was their 10th year anniversary after doing charity work every Ramadan. So they roped me in, and we decided to come up with a more substantial program together, a development program for women together, right? So I've always had this background in working with women, working in the community building punya area, right? So, but again, I don't have the celebrity status for it. I don't have. So kalau I melalak lah, menjerit-menjerit, or promo gila-gila, you know what I'm doing, it will never be as awesome as what they would do, you know. So because they are celebrities, they are influencers, right? So they have worked their part too. They have worked on it for so many years, just like how I've been working on my community building skills for so many years, right? So we put that together, right? So we come up with programs. So it's quite easy for us to run a program and have more people to know about it, so that people can be part of it. Women or men can be part of it, so that the program can be more impactful, right? So yeah, so I guess that siapa cakap the world of business cannot include celebrities? We can, because we can, because let's say ramai cakap orang tahu apa kan, they know banyak actually. So imagine building your personal brand to where they are right now. That is business. That is investment. That is strategy, right? Yeah. So I guess that is a way for us to get together, leverage of each other's strengths, and do something that could be impactful for the community lah. So I guess sama juga in other areas of business, I feel. So there will always be, when you are a startup, okay, let's take when we are a startup. So I am a startup right now, right? So I guess it's really great for me to actually work with brands that is bigger, you know, brands that have proven track record. So you know, because lack of another word lah, kan, just say that. So let's say I'm a startup and this company is already big, so I'm small here, right? But if I can show that I'm credible in a certain way, that could be a win for that company, right? I could definitely piggyback on their reputation, on their credibility. So that is great for business. But I guess the question here is that whether we are willing to get out of our comfort zone to actually recognize what is my weakness, what is it that I can do with other people, even competitors, right? To work together with them, you know, how that we can leverage off each other's strength and, you know, work towards something that is bigger than my own company saja, right? So that is, so having said that, we will be launching tomorrow Her Rise Story virtual talk show. It's a Mother's Day edition, right? For the whole month of May until 11th to 29th of May, Monday to Friday, 9:30 p.m. We are in collaboration with Marketing in Asia. So Marketing in Asia has just announced their 100 most inspirational icons to follow in Malaysia in 2020. So every year they will announce, right? So then we will be featuring mothers from the 100 list. So
that's nice. Yeah.
So I could easily do that on my own, but I thought that, you know what, if we work together, then it's two brands coming together and it's stronger.
And you leverage on each other and you support each other.
Yes. Okay. So that's why if you were to talk about partnership, if you were to talk about collaboration, it's like I love the topic, and I do really see that how the ideal world in my eyes, or in my vision not my imagination, because it could happen, right? Is that you imagine that the world, right, is like a company. It's different departments. in like a huge corporation, right? So imagine that these departments are led by different community leaders, because community leaders are the women, are the environment, are the youth, are the
Mm.
feeding the hungry,
Macam-macam.
are
Yeah.
the rural areas, are the
Yeah.
macam-macam, right? So imagine that all these community leaders
Mm-hmm.
actually come together and run the country like a business. So that is called collaborative leadership. And rather than tengok, oh, this community leader is doing well, alah, dia buat bagus sebab macam ni, so dia ada connection, alah, that thing. Why
Yeah.
not we acknowledge each other's strengths and come
Yeah.
together, let's work towards a common vision, right?
Yeah.
So that is my ideal vision lah, so how I see where we can move towards is that we can move towards working together in collaborative leadership to move the nation forward.
Yes. And I think that is really, really amazing, Nini, because we share the same vision as well. So that is how we grow. And by supporting each other, leveraging in each other's strength. Yeah. So that's really important.
Very important, actually, because the
Mhm.
only way for us to move forward is to be able to coexist effectively, right?
Mhm.
Not coexist to kill each other, kan?
Yes.
So I guess to coexist effectively is for us to work with each
Work
other lah, kan?
together, work together, support each other, and that's how we grow. So macam pepatah, kita menang sama-sama, betul tak? So kita
Betul?
bangun sama-sama, kita menang sama-sama. So hashtag kita jaga kita. So we have to take care of each other.
Definitely, right? So it's not about win-win only saja sekarang. It's
Yeah.
about, how can I win? How can
Mm-hmm.
you win? And most
Yes.
importantly, how can the community win right
Win.
now? So it's
Yeah.
win-win-win, kan?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's not just
So
us, it's also the community as well. Yeah. Okay.
definitely.
Okay, Nini, we have come to the end of the show. So do you have any advice that you would like to share with our viewers today?
Yeah, I think it'll not be an advice. I think it'll be just my personal sharing and experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that ever since MCO started, or maybe just a few days before MCO started, so I kind of forecasted where the situation was getting to,
Yeah.
and ever since I have been asking myself two questions. I've said this in many shows, right? I've been
Yeah.
asking myself these two fundamental questions to myself every day. The number
Mm-hmm.
one is, what is the one solution that I could contribute what is the one solution that I could contribute to my community today?
Mm-hmm.
That is question number one, right? Question number two is, what is that one thing that I can do for my business today that could have me rise victoriously post COVID-19? So these are the two things that have been helping me to be in momentum. And being in momentum, meaning that we need to show up, we need to play, kan? We
We
need
need
to
to
be
rise.
in the
Yeah.
game. Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to be in the game. So right now, when the times get tough, we will see who is the tough ones, because the tough one will get going, kan? Sekarangnya ni. So the
Yeah.
idea is just to be in the game and just show up.
Okay,
Yeah,
Nini,
so
thank
that
you
has
so
been
much.
true for me lah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you
My
so much
pleasure.
for sharing. Okay, and before we go, can you share with us your Facebook page again so that people can also log on and also watch your show on your Mompreneur series? And you mentioned that you have a special Mother's Day, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are a few Facebook page that we are going live with right now. So there is the first one is Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is LinkedIn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are all at Ministry of Marketing.Asia. So literally that Ministry of Marketing.Asia in all social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. So, but most of the live shows will go on Facebook page lah, Ministry of Marketing Asia. And we also have Selepet Care, right,
Mm-hmm.
for our Power to Empower program
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook and also Instagram.
Okay, awesome. And I'll be tuning into the show. It's tomorrow, right?
Yes, it's tomorrow at 9:30 p.m.
9:30 p.m. Okay, thank you so much, Nini. Thank you so much for being in Women Empowerment Series. Stay safe,
My pleasure.
take care, and bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you again for having me.
Okay, thanks, Nini.
Thanks.